So in the background we got Sad Machine by Porter Robinson, and I'll be talking about two films because they have the same director, and I like this director. All his films have been like good, like above average. Like this is a very good filmmaker. Whereas like his filmography is like all hits, like not hit and misses, no misses. All his films are pretty good. So I'm gonna talk about my two favorite ones from him. The first one, yeah, is called Okja, and the premise here is let's read it here. For 10 idyllic years, young Mia has been the caretaker and constant companion to Okja, a massive animal and even bigger friend, at her home in the mountains of South Korea. But that changes when family-owned multinational conglomerate Mirando Corporation takes Okja for themselves and transports her to New York, where an image-obsessed and self-promoting CEO has big plans for Mia's dearest friend. With no particular plan but single-minded in intent, Mia sets out on a rescue mission. Yeah, so this movie, just to, like, get out there, it's got a big pro-animal rights vibe, like kind of anti-meat industry vibe. And like it's oddly not really heavy-handed because the attachment to the animals in this movie is with the main character and her pet, like the super pig, this big genetically oversized, like huge pig that she wants to rescue and save from slaughter, and it's really good. I haven't really seen a movie kind of like this. It's not consistent, like from beginning to end, but it has great memorable moments for me. And a slight spoiler, one of the moments is during this sort of intense action scene, and then the scene cuts to slow motion, or like lower, what do you call it? Anyway, just slow motion, and they play John Denver's Annie's song in the background. And I like John Denver. I've been listening to his music when I was a kid, and it was just so, it was so cool. It was so random. It was so random. A lot of kind of cool moments in this movie. Yeah, if you're into like rescue missions, kind of an espionage thing. But it's funny because it's just this girl who's just trying to rescue her pet. But it gets really intense and serious and sad at times, and it's also a comedy too. Yeah, so in this movie, we got like, yeah, a lot of American actors, which this director, the South Korean director, usually does anyway with some of his productions. So there's English and Korean in this movie, and so subtitles, yeah. The main character is Anseo Hyun. I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name. But yeah, and then there's Tilda Swinton, who plays the CEO. Jake Gyllenhaal, this sort of animal media guy. I'm not gonna try to pronounce this guy's name, but his last name is Esposito. Yeah, Paul Dano's in it. Lily Collins, Stephen Yoon. And this is the director here. Yeah, Bong Jung-ho. Yeah, this movie is just kind of like wild in terms of like I don't really see this type of content like in films, and it was really refreshing and cool. And it's thrilling. There are some really cool action scenes, and some of them have really cool integrated humor in them. Like, I recommend Okja. I think that's it, really, for that film. I wonder, like, in terms of awards, yeah, I don't really see anything about awards. But, yeah, I guess if anything, it competed for the Palme d'Or in the main competition section at the 2017 Cannes Film Festival. Anyway, moving on to the next film, The Host. This is probably my favorite of his film. Now, this is from 2006, and it's got some dated CGI effects, but it doesn't look too bad. I really like it because of the characters. So, this movie is about, let's see, I'll just read the premise. Careless American military personnel dump chemicals into South Korea's Han River. Several years later, a creature emerges from the tainted waters and sinks its ravenous jaws into local residents. When the creature abducts their daughter, a vendor and his family decide that they are the only ones who can save her. Oh yeah, so I guess they're both rescue missions. Maybe I like that type of story. Yeah, so they're trying to rescue their daughter, who's been abducted by this animal that's been sort of developed because of toxic waters. Yeah, so in this one, there's kind of a sort of an environmentalist kind of vibe. Yeah, so the director likes to put sort of like slight social commentary in his films, but it's just, but because the stories and the characters and like their motivations are so like relatable, like any kind of messages, like you only have to watch it and like interpret it like that. Um, so yeah, this whole all this I mean all this all this whole cast is yeah, Korean. Song Kang Ho, Byun Hee Wong, Park Hae Il, Bae Do Na, Go Ah Song. So I don't even know if I'm pronouncing them right, but like yeah. So yeah, wow, 93 for the critics here. Most of the audience likes it. Yeah, so this film, I like the family dynamic because it's so
Did you know
because
a bar could
this is
sound
the
like
father
this?
here in this picture, and that's the daughter on the
Cutwater brings the
poster
bar
here being
where you
abducted
are. Bar quality
by the sort of
cocktails in a can. So
water
now you can
land
enjoy the
monster.
bar whenever,
Like
wherever.
his two
Cutwater.
siblings and
Open
the
the bar.
siblings' father,
Operated
they're
with
so
24
they have
alcohol
such a
spirits, San
funny
Diego, California.
dynamic.
Enjoy
Like
responsibly.
they're
Check a
crazy.
heart here. This
Not, I mean
basketball season,
they're
Chase Field
normal like
Unlimited is
characters
offering
with
cash back
professions,
with
but like
sound
you can
system
tell they
with
have
all
problems with each other,
tunes.
and it's funny. So it's kind of like comedy, it's like a comedy. Yeah, here Rotten
Chase
Tomatoes
Field
labels it
Unlimited.
as a
Earn
horror
you
comedy,
cash back.
Restrictions and limitations
and
apply.
the
See
monster
terms for
itself
JP Morgan
too
Chase
is
Bank Named
cool
reference.
because at least the way it's filmed, because there are some
Old Spice
long
support group Tim
sequences
Climber.
in broad
Hey,
daylight
my
where you
girl's
see the
acting
monster
suspiciously.
like
Showering more,
going on a
smelling good,
rampage through
too
very
good.
public places. And
Sure
there are
wasn't,
also
but
scenes
I
where
think
it's used
he's using the
sparingly, like
Old
in the
Spice
dark,
Diamonds
in the
brown sugar and
water, or
cocoa
just
butter
for sneak
exfoliating body
attacks or
wash.
jump scares.
Old
And
Spice
so I
Jones
love the
brown sugar and
variety in the
cocoa
way
butter
that the monster
exfoliating
is
body wash
used.
for
So
exfoliation
it's
and
kind of
gel-swelling
surprising.
moisturization.
Like I don't really
Men
know what to
have
expect.
skin
Like
too.
the first time I saw it, I guess like what the monster will do or how it will be like shown on the screen. So in terms of monster movies, this is definitely like my favorite, if not tied for I don't know what other monster movie, but yeah, this is my favorite monster movie. And by that I mean like a fictional sort of antagonistic creature. Yeah, favorite monster movie. Just left a big impression on me. So it could be nostalgia. Yeah, this came from 2006, while Okja is from 2017. Definitely, I think one of his second most latest one. I don't know. Yeah, this director also, I think he directed Parasite, and Parasite was a foreign film that won the Best Picture. Yeah, here at the Academy Awards. Parasite was, I don't know, it was fine, but like these two spoke to me more. These two films, Okja and The Host. All right, guys. And that's it for this review. So yeah, we're listening to Sad Machine by Porter Robinson for the past few minutes. It was Howl by Elderbrook and Tourist. So until then, take it easy and peace.